In this video, we're going to talk about Dogecoin and give some price predictions for the future. Disclaimer. Also, if you want to have a lifetime 10% discount on all commission fees on Binance, then click in the link in the description. And the last announcement here is that I highly recommend you to follow my Telegram channel. It has every update of the most popular altcoins every day, same with price predictions. Dogecoin, Doge USD, the volatile joke token that has captured much media attention recently, represents 2 fingers up to the establishment, a finance professor has said. Dogecoin's price surged as much as 20% on Wednesday after Tesla boss Elon Musk called himself the Doge Father on Twitter. He has supported the crypto in the past as well, first tweeting about it in February. And before that, it was rallying because online supporters from Reddit and Twitter celebrated Doge Day 420 and tried to push the price up to as much as $1, though it only went about as high as 40 cents. Right now, Dogecoin's price is boosted by its retail rebel Reddit following, said Carol Alexander, finance professor at the University of Sussex Business School. It costs so little that retail investors can hold a lot of Dogecoins. It has taken over the rebel role that Bitcoin used to have, 2 fingers up to the establishment. And it has the backing of the same Reddit forces that took on the big institutional investors with GameStop, who coordinate buying after Elon Musk blows the start whistle. Even high-risk junk bonds have virtually no returns now. The yield in capital markets has been overfarmed for too long. Yield-seeking investors need to turn elsewhere, and the opportunity for yield farming is just everywhere in crypto. On Musk's support, she said, "Musk is wrong to think that Dogecoin is the currency of the internet. It cannot be that in any real sense." This is even as Dogecoin, which first started up as a joke in 2013, saw its market capitalization briefly cross $50 billion. I think that Dogecoin might continue a very bumpy rise in price, and during this time I really hope it recovers its origins, said Alexander. She said that Dogecoin's founders used the money they gained for benevolent reasons, such as funding the Canadian bobsleigh team to compete in the Olympics and for a water project in Nigeria. If he, Musk, wants Dogecoin to have any fundamental economic value, he needs to direct it back towards its benevolent grassroots. And in her opinion, the obvious king in all cryptocurrencies is Ethereum. You see, anyone who wants to put anything on Web 3.0 needs a smart contract on a blockchain, which requires fuel to run. Ether calls this fuel gas, and gas is denominated in Ether. It also benefits from first mover status and constant upgrades, she said. Well. Comment your opinion about Dogecoin down below. All of this news is very optimistic for miners as well. Simply because Doge miners are currently enjoying a revenue of over more than $1 million, a never-before-seen level which was as low as $1,000 in 2014. The Doge miners are making $3 million a day. Let that sink in. In other news, during a press conference on Wednesday, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell also shared his thoughts when asked about the potential concerns regarding financial stability due to trading in GameStop and Dogecoin. "I think they reflect froth in the equities markets," said Powell, who did not mention either of the assets by name. "But really, we try to stick to a framework so that we can talk about it and be held accountable for it," he added. While denying the concerns that quantitative easing had caused froth, he talked about central bank digital currencies, CBDCs, being a possibility now, and we're going to see some of them around the world. "As for a digital dollar, I'm less concerned that another country might have another digital currency first," he said. Alright, so now let's get to the price prediction. Dogecoin's price responded empathetically yesterday to 3 consecutive inside days by locking in an 18% gain after being up over 30% at one point. The Doge outlook is titled bullish, but not constructed on a feeble thesis of never-ending social media hype from leading activists. Dogecoin's price range from obscurity is multiplying the riches of miners. An examination of the new addresses created for Doge shows a parabolic spike from April 5th to April 12th, before the price rally in the middle part of April. Since April 12th, a number of new addresses has halved. However, the number remains above the sharp 2021 trend line and well above the gentler 2020 to 2021 trend line, indicating that retail investors are still attracted to the altcoin's promises of endless riches. The into the block, in out of the money around price metric shows 72.87 thousand addresses bought 6.96 billion Doge at an average price of around 3 cents, equating to where the price is currently trading. One out of the money cluster with an average price of 32 cents suggests some resistance at that level, but there is no other influential resistance. Out of interest for speculators, Doge has forged consecutive inside bars on the 12-hour chart in the range of 2 clusters mentioned above. The price comparison leads to price expansion. The 78.6 Fibonacci retracement of the April decline at 36 cents is critical resistance. It is the judge between which of the battling narratives will prove correct. A decline below the minor trend line at 28 cents will induce some selling, but a trade below 25 cents will alter the bullish bias and raise the probability of a more complex path of 45 cents. Alternatively, it could also be precursor to a new flash crash. In yesterday's video, we discussed a third scenario, one in which Doge follows the price precedent that it followed after the January explosive rally. More specifically, Doge never retested the January high during the February rebound and slipped into a sideways price trend for 2 months. Tough to see impatient activists and skeptics accepting a lateral resolution to debate their moving forward. Why do people invest in Dogecoin? Multiple experts have told Bloomberg that people are investing in Dogecoin for a number of reasons, most of which don't have anything to do with earning money at all and more about being part of a cultural movement of the meme-based currency. Jeffrey Halley, the senior market analyst at Oanda Asia Pacific, which helps trade at traditional currencies, told Bloomberg that Dogecoin's appeal is that it is cheap. Dogecoin has no apparent commercial or investment use other than as a conduit for speculative mania and the attempt to make a buck, he said. I suspect much of its appeal lies in the fact that it is very, very cheap to buy and sell, as opposed to $60,000 for Bitcoin, making it much more approachable to a retail trader who fancies a flutter. Curtis Ting, managing director for Europe at the cryptocurrency exchange company Kraken, told Bloomberg that Dogecoin is a part meme and part money. So it's adding to this psychological effect where people invest as a joke, which leads to the cryptocurrency being worth more. Investors buy Dogecoin to participate in a self-deprecating joke about their inability to invest wisely, which keeps going as the price of individual Dogecoin continues to appreciate, Ting said. And by the way, if you're wondering, where can you buy Dogecoin? You can follow the links in the description and additionally get extra discounts. But note that I'm not forcing you to invest in this project. It's 100% your personal decision. And don't forget to join my Telegram channel. It has every update of the most popular altcoins every day. Same with price predictions. Don't forget to check out more videos on this channel. Thanks for watching.